Did you know, often the most overlooked investment, it's yourself. I know that sounds crazy, but the reality is people are always out there looking at investments. What stock should I buy? What bond should I buy? What mutual fund? What exchange traded fund? Should I buy this business? And they're overlooking what I believe is the most important investment is yourself. I learned this concept from seeing it modeled by my father and modeled by other leaders. But I first became self-aware of this concept. A person I follow, his name is Michael Kitces, and he's one of the people I read the most and I look up to the most in my profession. I talked about this on a podcast that when he was starting out, he didn't just allocate a certain amount of money to give, a certain amount of money to grow and put in accounts. He allocated a certain amount of money to grow in himself. So Michael Kitces has what we call the alphabet soup behind his name. He has so many designations, I think it's 6 or 7 or 8. I don't even know because there's so many designations behind his name. The most designations I've ever seen, I'm sure somebody might have more than him for anyone in my profession. And people always say, well, how did you get there? We said, I took a certain portion of my money every year as I was making money, and I reinvested in myself. I would pick a new designation, and I would carve out time, and I would carve out money to invest in myself. One of the ways that I invest in myself is I read. Last year I read 92 books. This year I'm on pace to do 120 books. I can't remember a year that I've read below 50 as long as I've been counting it, so it's close to a decade. And what ends up happening is you end up compounding that knowledge. Nobody can ever take that knowledge away. When you're constantly learning something new and investing in yourself, it could have a larger compounding than any return you could get in the market. One of the things I always hear, I want to beat the market. And I always say, why? What's wrong with market returns? But I do know one investment that I've seen beat the market for a lot of people and has beat it for myself is investing in myself. Once I have that knowledge, once I have that skill set, I can grow and develop. I can find ways to generate more income. I can find ways to generate more time. Maybe your income stays the same and you work less hours, which allows you to get to that fulfilling life. If we build out a financial plan, we can work and find out ways to invest in yourself, to carve out that time and that money in your plan to invest in you.